You and me always be tight. Family every single day. And even when the stars acting like a fool, somehow I always can fall back on you.
Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. So to get right into the video, I'm going to be starting off with this Revlon color dye, and I got it in medium brown, and this is going to be for the roots. And I already mixed the color in a bowl, ready to apply, and all that good stuff, and I have my frontal ready on my mannequin head. So when I began dyeing the roots, I made sure not to get too close to the lace because I do not want to recolor the knots because they are already bleached, so I don't have to do anything to them. So I'm applying it really carefully, just close enough to where it can dye the roots, but not too close to where I recolor the knots. So this part I was like super careful on. This is where I was the most cautious with because like I said, I don't want to color the lace and I don't want to dye my knots. But I actually did pretty well, and once I got started it was actually really simple and it wasn't as intimidating as I thought. So yeah, I just separate the hair, apply the dye. So yes, it was way easier than I thought, and I like to mention this is my first time ever doing anything like this. So the first person I've seen with yellow hair was Deja Loaf, but the person who really made me want to try it was Chloe. She has a YouTube channel. She had posted it on Instagram, and I really liked hers, but she didn't have a YouTube tutorial because I believe someone colored and installed hers for her. So I went and searched on YouTube, seeing what I could find, and I came across Laurasia. I hope I'm saying her name right. She does a lot of hair tutorials. I came across hers. Hers was super helpful. I didn't use the exactly same products, but I used her video as an inspiration. Big shout out to Yolissa Hair for coming through with the blonde. A lot of companies don't carry it this time of year and have to make a special order, but they already have some ready to go to send out. So thank you for sending me this hair, because I did not want to start with dark hair and have to bleach it and all of that stuff. So it was way easier just to start with blonde hair and work from there. And I'll also like to mention that I am not a professional. This is not a professional video. This is just something that I wanted to try, and I wanted to film the process because I know you guys are going to be asking if I just popped up with some yellow hair. And yeah, this is just basically do it yourself, do it at home. You know, just sharing what I did. So once I dyed the roots, I let it sit for 25 minutes because that's what the instructions said. But I felt like I could have let it sit for longer because the color didn't come out as the color that's on the box. But after washing it, I did really like the color that it came. It was like a ash brown. I also dyed the roots on my bundles, but I didn't get to record it because my camera kept shutting off, so I apologize for that, you guys. And we're going to get right into the color. So the color that I use on this hair is the Ion Brights semi-permanent hair dye in the color lemon, and I used 2 boxes of those, and I also used a little bit of this hair dye that I picked up from my local beauty supply store in the color bold gold. And I like this because it is a cream dye. I could just put it in my bowl and mix it and not have to add any type of developer. So I'm going to section the hair off, and I'm starting from the bottom and start adding that dye onto the hair. Again, I apologize because, like I said, my camera kept shutting off while I was trying to film this process and kept saying my storage was full and all of that. So I did get majority of everything just so you can see how I achieved this color and the whole process. I also went ahead and made this into a wig before I started dyeing it because I figured it'd be more easier to do it while it was, into a wig versus doing it all separately. And if you want to know how I made this unit, I followed Chrissy Bow's video. I follow all her wig tutorials, like how to make them and all of that. So if you are curious, you can check out her channel, see her videos, and that's how I made my frontal wig. Here I began dyeing the frontal. Out of the whole process, I feel like this was probably the easiest because you're just adding the color on. Super easy. And this product was super easy to work with as well. It wasn't hard to manage at all. Just simply put it on, brush the product through, rub my hands through, make sure I get it on all the blonde. I would also recommend use gloves throughout this whole process. I should have mentioned that in the beginning. But yes, use gloves. These are some reusable gloves that I got from Sally's. Majority of the products I got are from Sally's, except for the bold gold hair dye, but everything else I picked up from Sally's. And once I applied it all throughout the hair, I washed it out and I used this Ion. It's supposed to be like a color repair, and I just put it all over it and let it sit for 15 minutes. And then after that, I put on some conditioner, and I used my Aussie Moist conditioner because that's all I really had. And I let that sit for 15 minutes, and I rinsed it, and I let it air dry, and I did some soft curls off camera. If you want to see how I styled this, just comment down below, and I'll do a separate video on the soft curls that I did. That's really it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. I would also like to mention how well this hair held up through this whole coloring process, and the curls look so good, the hair looks good, it doesn't look damaged or anything like that.